homes. So you started flipping couches, you started flipping homes, and that led to business or side hustle after side hustle after side hustle after side hustle, which became business after business after business after business.
Yeah, and I mean, like, the fun started that way, and then like the last business, which, you know, I'm really excited about, is our e-commerce business. So, you know, we started this company called Lunar Ecom, and that started out as a side hustle. So this guy goes up to me, he goes, hey, or he DMs me, and he says, hey, you know, your content has really helped me out, man, and I want to make you an Amazon store. And I go, dude, I don't really care. Like, it doesn't matter. I've seen these Amazon automation things, and, you know, whatever. And he goes, but dude, like, I'll do it for free. Like, you know, you have nothing to lose. Just try it out. And I go, all right, you know, I'm always down to try new things. So I do it, and then the store starts making money, and I'm like, this is weird. Like, I'm not doing anything, and it's making money.
What are you selling?
So it does, it's drop shipping. And so what we sell every month just changes every month. Like, it's just random crap. Like, we might sell this cup. We might sell, you know, a plate, paper towels, toilet paper. Like, it's just anything you can make a spread on. And so, like, when I look back at it, I'm like, man, I was selling frying pans. I was selling, like, just random stuff.
Wow.
So, you know, like, the virtual assistants and everybody, like, they just do product research. They handle all the fulfillment, the refunds, all that stuff. And after a while, I just started documenting it on YouTube. I was like, hey, guys, you know, here's what my Amazon store made. Like, it's pretty cool. And guess what happened? Everybody goes, who's your guy?
Yeah.
It's very similar to the tax, very similar to everything else I created. And eventually, after seeing it in person for months, and after looking at his business and looking at other people who were in the industry, I was like, all right, I did not want to do this, nor did I plan to, but I'm going to get into the e-commerce business. And so, you know, I launched Lunar Ecom, and just like the demand for it was insane. Like, we've got hundreds of clients now, and I barely promote it because, like, we've been swamped with so many leads and people that I didn't hire enough staff. Like, I didn't expect the amount of people that would want a store. And, you know, for me, just like that business has the potential to be so big that I'm just trying to grow it slower than my other stuff of like hiring and making sure we get everything built out. But yeah, like between those 6 businesses, like those are what are making me 95% of my stuff. Like, you know, the rentals and, you know, other things are great. I had staked my crypto. We were talking about that on my podcast. That was making me a little bit of money, and you know, but at the end of the day, for me, nothing pays more than owning businesses.
Right. So now someone who's watching this, they're 25 to, let's say, 40 years old. They're working a job right now. What is something that they can do right now to start earning some more money? Because I think what a lot of people are saying is, holy crap, my job isn't paying me enough. Inflation is really ramping up. Things are getting expensive.
Right.
I need some extra cash. So
Yeah.
what do they do?
Well, it really depends. Like, one of my philosophies after going through this for a long time was like, you should develop one skill that can make you a lot of money. Like, that's what I always say. Like, so for me, that skill was flipping houses. That was the first time I ever started to make a good chunk of change.
Okay.
For a lot of friends I talk to, like, they become YouTubers, and that's how they make a lot of money. Like, that's great. If your skill is being a really good realtor and you're great at selling houses, fantastic. Get good at that. If it's e-com and you're a great drop shipper on your own, great, do that. But I think everybody, in order to be wealthy, in order to be wealthy quickly, because you could follow the Dave Ramsey approach and, you know, grow your wealth slow. You could save, you could buy a house here, you know, save up a few years later, buy a house here. But really, the only path to accelerating wealth is to figure out how to make an active income that makes you at least a couple $100,000 a year. And then from there, investing that active income into real estate, crypto, assets, all these things.
So, like, is there one that you'd recommend now for young people or really anyone in this economy?
For me, man, I look at all these YouTube videos, and there's so many things I see people, you know, pushing. People are like, oh, start trading Forex. People are like, be a day trader. Go buy GameStop. Be a crypto trader. You know, for me, real estate's what made me my money, and it's made many of my students money, and it's just been the thing that's been around for freaking forever, since the beginning of time. Like, real estate will always be there. It always has been there. And if you're good at finding deals, you will make money. You don't have to buy them. You could wholesale them. You could flip them. You can keep them as rentals. Like you'll never, like there's no way real estate ever stops.
But are you worried about a potential real estate crash? I mean, Zillow was in the real estate flipping business for a little while. Zillow started buying homes, and then come 2021, they announced that, well, the real estate market isn't looking so hot. We can't make the profits that we wanted. So they started liquidating their homes, and they shut down this entire business. They lost hundreds of millions of dollars. Aren't you worried about the real estate market?
Well, you know what's funny about Zillow and Open Door and these guys is they've made me a lot of money.
Really?
Yeah, because a lot of people were like, especially realtors, are saying, man, I don't like Zillow's buying these houses. They're going to kill our commissions. And, you know, flippers were thinking, oh, Open Door is going to start taking up all of our leads and all this stuff. But what we did was we still did our marketing. We still got deals, but we started selling to them. And so we've sold deals to Open Door, to Zillow. My students have done the same thing.
You know if Zillow's buying the home?
Yeah, like we'll buy the home and then we'll submit it to Zillow and say, hey, give us an offer. And so if they gave us a good offer we'd sell it to them.
Would they give you good prices on your homes?
Well, okay, so this is why Zillow just had their downfall, because I actually did a YouTube video about this. I saw a Twitter feed about a guy talking about Zillow failed because of adverse selection. And so essentially what was happening with Zillow is they're going to be offering on anybody that submits for an offer, right? So say 100 people offer. Well, they're going to submit 100 offers.
They submit an offer to every home.
Right. Yep. So like, let's just say 100 people go on Zillow and say, give me an offer on my home. Okay. Out of those 100, right, there's maybe 20 of them that just say, dude, that offer's way too low. I ain't taking that. Say there's another 50 that, you know, say, yeah, that's pretty fair. Like, I'll take that, you know, and Zillow doesn't get hurt on those. But then there's another 20, 30 that Zillow like way overpays. And all those people are saying, yeah, let's get that offer, right? That's what we were doing, because we would submit to Zillow and, you know, 1 out of 3 times we were like, nah, we'll just flip it. They're not giving us enough. But the one time where it does make sense, because they're just way over, like they're literally paying for properties more than we would make flipping. Like that's what it was. Like
without flipping it, without
renovating it. Like we would look at it and we're like, okay, we're going to make 40 grand on this deal. Once we fix it up, we do everything. Zillow sends us the offer. We're like, we're about to make 50 grand with Zillow.
So if you bought a home for 200, for example, you might have to put in 30,000. That way you can sell it for 270, but that way you can make a 40 grand profit. But they're just coming right out the bat, giving you 250.
Yep.
So you can walk away with 50
without doing any of the work, getting your money quick. And so we had one, I don't remember if it was Zillow or Open Door, but we looked at the numbers. It was like a $500,000 house. And, you know, based on our numbers, we would have made 10 grand. And so we would never buy that house normally. We're like, dude, we're not going to make 10 grand for a $500,000 house. But we submitted on Zillow or Open Door, whoever it was. And we just to see like, man, before we give up on this deal, what would these guys pay? And it was over $100,000 profit.
What?
And I go to my team, I go, hey, you better make sure that they're going to buy this, because if we buy it and they don't, we're kind of screwed, because like you can't make 10 grand on a $500,000 house. You're going to lose money if anything wrong happens. And they go, yeah, no, they walked it. Like they're good. We just need to buy it. So we bought it. We sold it to them. We made over 100 grand.
So you were looking at homes, and before you even bought the home, you were already submitting it to Zillow.
Yep.
To buy.
Yep.
And if they would offer you more than what you could buy it for in the open market.
Yep.
I don't think people heard that correctly, because you are blowing my mind right now.
Yeah.
You were looking at homes, you know, just you tell me what it is.
No, you're exactly right. Like we would know what we could buy a house for by talking to either the owners or whatever, right? And then we would
Was the home on the MLS, or was this directly with the seller?
Usually direct to seller.
Okay.
Because we spend a lot of money on marketing to go direct to seller. But long story short, there'd be these deals where we're like, yeah, there's not enough spread. You know, it's not a good deal. But we would submit to them anyway, just on the off chance that maybe they misevaluated the home. And that happened many times. And to my point of why Zillow failed, that's the reason. Because the 20% that were lowball offers that they would have actually made money on, that, you know, normal flippers make money on, they never got them because people say no. Yeah, they paid what they should have paid on, you know, half the homes. But then there's this other 20% that they're going to get killed on, because, dude, you pay me over 100 grand what it's worth. there's no way you're making your money back.
If you enjoyed this short clip from my longer videos, here's another clip that I think you'll love. And while you're at it, if you're interested in learning more about how to start generating passive income, our team put together an amazing guide that goes over what passive income is, how to start generating passive income, and different passive income strategies. These are things that you can start doing even if you don't have a lot of money. So if you want to read this free guide on how to start generating passive income for free, all you got to do is click that button right over there. Thank you for watching, and as always, keep hustling.